It's your boy Evie. You're watching EV Family ENT. And if you like what you see, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. So you could become part of EV's family. SPANIAN Chaos 96 Freestyle. I can't be beaten. And this is a request from Jay French. So Jai French. I appreciate it, French. I just call him French, y'all. So, French, appreciate the request. What is that tattoo?
I got crooked thoughts, Freddy fingers and phantom faces. A fucking monster, blood radiates like cancer patients.
Oh, shit. All right, this is how we're doing this one. I got bloody thoughts like, Nightmare on Elm Street. What the hell is his name? He already said it. What the hell is you got Freddy versus Jason. So yeah, it's like Freddy's fingers. And did he say anything about Jason? And then he ended it with I'm a monster.
I got crooked thoughts, Freddy fingers and phantom faces. A fucking monster, blood radiates like cancer patients. I changed the lengths of brainwaves into random formations. Manifest, the blood radiates like cancer patients. I changed the lengths of brainwaves into random formations. Manifest murder.
I change length and brain and something like random formations, because when you're changing something, you're changing the formation of like a play, like a football play, or you're changing the formation of like really anything. If you're thinking about the army and strategy, you got to be in one formation, but you're changing it up.
I got crooked thoughts, Freddy fingers and phantom faces. A fucking monster, blood radiates like cancer patients. I changed the lengths of brainwaves into random formations. Manifest murder, motivated meds and manipulations. Mutate and I destroy enemies' genetic chemistry with the potential to store the force of kinetic energy. And I'll
like, fuck you, French. To form a fucking source, like an energy source. And they said kinetic energy. Fire. Fucking the Flash out here. Incredible Hulk out here. But F Disney.
Manifest murder, motivated meds and manipulations. Mutate and I destroy enemies' genetic chemistry with the potential to store the force of kinetic energy. And alternate current between my hands as lightning bolts. I can float and snap another rapper's neck with mind control. Rhymes are known to turn smiles to tears inside of pictures. Eyes dilate, lights flicker like exorcisms. Direct triggers and heads start spinning like poltergeist. I'm torturized inside, so I thrive in haunted sites. Drinking cyanide saliva from Heinrich's suicide.
I'm drinking cyanide. Don't drink cyanide. What the hell? But he just said at the end, the S word. You know, we don't talk about that on here. But basically, if you're going to drink cyanide, that will probably do that to you.
Violate, lights flicker like exorcisms. Direct triggers and heads start spinning like poltergeist. I'm torturized inside, so I thrive in haunted sites. Drinking cyanide saliva from Heinrich's suicide. So many bars in my mind, I'm institutionalized. Had epiphanies where my whole head glowed.
So many bars in my mind, I'm institutionalized. When you get locked up, what are you put behind? You're put behind bars. I got so many bars in my mind, I'm locked the hell up. Put off these rap bars.
So many bars in my mind, I'm institutionalized. Had epiphanies where my whole head glowed with electricity. Thoughts vocalized and I literally broke out in symphony. I'm a war wizard from a distant planetary system, contradicting all known astrophysics, travel logistics. That cause a time to twist in and break symmetry with the universal balance seen in deep space imagery. Feeling gravity increase as I burn in Earth's curse. My skin flaming, approaching Earth's surface head first. Walking out of a
fuck. Something about the earth scorched, it's flaming. Because if you're on a scorched earth, shout out to the video game Ark, Scorched Earth. But if you're on a scorched earth, that means it's flaming. That means it's been disintegrated basically, and now it's all full of flames.
And break symmetry with the universal balance seen in deep space imagery. Feeling gravity increase as I burn in Earth's curse. My skin flaming, approaching Earth's surface head first. Walking out of a crash site into a nuclear winter. And I mutate 1,000 years of evolution.
I'm mutated
for human extinction. Screaming a seance. Spanian, I'm a prophet to the theories of chaos. Basically, I'm possessed to speak the words of a genius. I'm hostile and rock flows like the surface of Venus. Forming meaning out of the meaningless. I rise from the ground.
I'm serving meaning out of meaningless. I'm there's nothing to go on. You say my bars are absent or there's nothing there, but I'm literally serving meaning off of meaningless. This is a meaningless rap to me, but I'm still putting meaning in it. And then he said something about the rock forms like Venus.
SPANIAN, I'm a prophet to the theories of chaos. Basically, I'm possessed to speak the words of a genius. I'm hostile and rock flows like the surface of Venus. Forming meaning out of the meaningless. I rise from the ground. All these rappers sleeping, there's a lot of lying around. A lot of Instagram.
All these rappers sleeping, there's a lot of lying around, but you're telling lies, but you're sleeping, so you're lying down. Fire.
Meaningless, I rise from the ground. All these rappers sleeping, there's a lot of lying
around.
A lot of Instagram, but the hood you never find them around. My bars hit harder than airliners in the sides of a tower. Until we impact with a time that no longer exists. Where past men stood in awe of a solar eclipse and looked past the storm clouds as the heavens thundered. Within my fist I encompass the world's many wonders.
Bro, what the fuck is this? This is what I like to break down, yo. And you guys always say I'm not a breakdown channel because I'm not. And I'm not up there with the best of them. I cannot break down lyrics like Flawed. I cannot break down lyrics like Stevie Knight. But I had my first test when I had to do the Ghostface Killer. And I think I did decent. So now I'm like very intrigued. It's fun for me to do this. I'm starting to get my reactor ears. Yeah.
Meaningless, I rise from the ground. All these rappers sleeping, there's a lot of lying around. A lot of Instagram, but the hood you never find them around. My bars hit harder than airliners in the sides of a tower. Until we impact with a time that no longer exists.
Until we impact with the time, but from the sides of a tower, and then like he was crashing into something, and then it's crazy how he said like a tower. That's wild. But I don't think he was meaning that. It's just a fucking scheme.
There's a lot of lying around. A lot of Instagram, but the hood you never find them around. My bars hit harder than airliners in the sides of a tower. Until we impact with a time that no longer exists. Where past men stood in awe of a solar eclipse. And looked past the storm clouds as the heavens thundered. Within my fist I encompass the world's many wonders.
Yeah, with a fist I encompass the world's many wonders. But he said then heavens and then lightning when it thunders. And then he said something about, didn't he say striking? I don't know. I could just be putting that in there.
With a time that no longer exists, where past men stood in awe of a solar eclipse. I look past the storm clouds as the heavens thundered. Within my fist I encompass the world's many wonders. From the love to the pain felt by war crime victims. From reality to the dreams that all died with them. With the intelligence of something you would call science fiction. I see with the precision of Hawkeye vision. And that's years before.
I see with the precision of Hawkeye venom. Or not venom. I'm over here thinking about M-Bar. But I see with the precision of Hawkeye vision. That is fire. Because Hawk's got killer vision. But I see with the precision, my sight is on point. Kind of like me being in the military. You know, my aim is on point. And my peripherals are fire. But that's just me.
Felt by war crime victims. From reality to the dreams that all died with them. With the intelligence of something you would call science fiction. I see with the precision of Hawkeye vision. And that's years before.
Oh, and then the whole science fiction. I think what he was saying is you guys call it science fiction. So there's a lot of people that will call this shit like fiction. Because, or they'll call it something a conspiracy. But I see through all of that bullshit and I can see what's really going on. But to be able to make it with a scheme like that, with the Hawkeye vision,
something
that's
you would
fire.
Call science fiction. I see with the precision of Hawkeye vision. And that's years before Earth's plates even shifted. Life was stuck in the lakes. I was twilight white fishing off the edge of the earth, in tune with my surroundings. I navigated the skies, I drew maps and found things that can't be explained by the laws of natural phenomena. I shake the mountains and crush the mind of a commoner. You see me with LED and you're thinking of monitors. I see you with infrared scope and you're thinking astronomers. I say the whole crew.
I see through infrared smoke. Wait, what? All right, hold on.
You're thinking of monitors. I see you with infrared scope and you're thinking astronomers.
I see through infrared scope and you're thinking astronomers. You're thinking a telescope. No, I see through infrared scopes. I got my sight pointed right at you.
The whole crew's hungry. You're thinking of foreigners. A lot of pressure in my life. I'm thinking barometers. The rap version.
Oh, he putting his political views on there too. He said, you think of hungry. You think of you think people are hungry or something, you thinking of foreigners is what he says. So he put in it. I think that was supposed to be like a political
Who's
bar.
hungry? You thinking of foreigners? A lot of pressure in my life. I'm thinking barometers. Rap version of Benny Puta. I break the shackles with the force of launch pad. Zach Cape Canaveral. Chaos 96. A lot of people die when it happened. I'm cracking codes backwards, deciphering patterns, reflecting if I've.
I'm cracking codes backwards, deciphering patterns. I'm deciphering y'all. I'm breaking what the hell you guys are saying down like we're doing right now on this channel for the first time ever. Let's
go. A lot of people die when it happened. I'm cracking codes backwards, deciphering patterns, reflecting in 5 dimensions off a knife and I'm stabbing. A biological weapon too fucking violent to fathom. Septicemic and I'm wretched with infectious diseases. Heavily breathing, I leave you epileptically seasoned. I make a retard out of anyone that I hit. And when I clutch my fist, I crush any guns that I grip. When I'm gone, I'll be preserved in Antarctic ice floors. Images of me burnt into Nagasaki sidewalks until my spirit returns to human forms in psych wards, psychologically hardwired to fight in a cyber war.
All right, yeah, we gotta go back. But he said I'm modified to fight a fucking, basically a robot war. Is basically what he said, but he said it in a more fire way. And then he had a different meaning to it. But to break it down that way, because my head's starting to fucking hurt now.
Diseases, heavily breathing. I leave you epileptically seasoned.
I'm heavily breathing. I'll leave you epileptically seizing. Now, I don't know if you don't know what epilepsy is, or what people that have epilepsy is, or if you don't know much about it. Now, I didn't know much about it before. I know seizures. Okay, I know people get seizures, but there's different kind of seizures, y'all. I didn't know this, okay, until it happened to me. I dated a girl that she had epilepsy, right? Now, I thought all seizures were like where you go in and you start shaking, right? Like uncontrollable shaking. I thought that was all seizures. That's not all seizures. Epileptic seizures are very specific seizures where they don't start shaking. They're not just going to be shaking. They go into like a state of like just emptiness. They kind of just start moving back and forth. You can't talk. They can't say any words. They're just kind of just there. And that happened to me. The girl was actually on my lap when she went into an epileptic seizure. I did not know what to do, but luckily she had a necklace on that had her mom's number. So I called her mom, and her mom like taught me what to do. Because it was literally like the first day I met her, and she was sitting on my lap, and she had an epileptic seizure. That was wild, y'all. But now I'm actually pretty good at knowing if, in case that ever happens, I know what to do. Just talk calm to them. Tell them, it'll be all right. Just talk calm, and they'll be able to get out of it. Don't freak out, because if you freak out, it's gonna make things worse.
Off a knife and I'm stabbing. A biological weapon too fucking violent to fathom. Septicemic and I'm wretched with infectious diseases. Heavily breathing, I leave you epileptically seasoned. I make a retard out of anyone that I hit. And when I clutch my fist, I crush any guns that I grip. When I'm gone, I'll be preserved in Antarctic ice floors. Images of me burnt into Nagasaki sidewalks until my spirit returns to human forms in psych wards. Psychologically hardwired to fight in a cyber war. Hacking Star Wars, missile.
Yeah, psychologically hardwired to fight in a cyber war. I'm hardwired to fight through anything that goes on. My body is like a cyborg. My mind is like a cyborg. So you can't infiltrate me. But you can, because cyborgs can get hacked. So you don't want to think like that, but you do kind of want to think like that. He's just saying he hard body.
Defense shield systems.
Thank you, Elena.
Distance search and destroy kill missions. I even out the planes of asymmetric warfare. I got mental storages of Area 51's floor planes in encrypted format that self-destructs after killing me. If I coughed in your face, lad, you still wouldn't be ill as me. My whole skeleton's reinforced, set in titanium. As a baby, I was raised with different races of aliens. I gave science to pagans and ancient Mesopotamians. Nowadays, I bathe in lace of unstable uranium. What my immune system.
I don't want to keep pausing, but I do want to keep pausing because I'm having so much fun with this. I apologize because this is going to be a long ass fucking one, but I don't care. You know why I don't care? But I do care because you guys are all here. But I don't care because this is like the first time I feel like I'm actually catching almost everything.
Warfare. I got mental storage as of Area 51.
51
floor plans in
plans.
the that format that self-destructs after killing me. If I coughed in your face, lad, you still wouldn't be ill as me. My whole skeleton's reinforced, set in titanium. As a baby, I was raised with different races of aliens. I gave science to pagans and ancient Mesopotamians. Nowadays, I bathe the lace of unstable uranium. What my immune system...
He said I gave silence. I gave science to... He said to early day pagans, that's crazy, but in Mesopotamians, and then my uranium, and then however the hell he ends it. Yeah, this is dope, French.
Races of aliens. I gave science to pagans and ancient Mesopotamians. Nowadays I bathe the lace of unstable uranium. My immune system develops a cure for cancer, spending them on the pinnacle of human advancements. It's simple.
Facts. Okay, that's a bar. Shit. We got to talk about that bar. I don't give a damn. F the bar part of it, the meaning behind it, we got to talk about, because he said they're shooting advancements. You literally have, they're basically pushing away the advancements for the cures of these cancers. And they have the technology to be able to make it happen. They have the technology, but they're pushing it away. Now, you know, I have to say that's allegedly, but I believe that. I don't give a damn. I personally believe that.
A cure for cancer, spending them on the pinnacle of human advancements. It's simple. I point nines, I leave you less than a single. You point fingers, I'm on point and point chemical missiles. Fuck, this is a battle rappers till they turn into cripples. Hit them so hard, I leave them with a permanent dribble. Cause when I'm talking, rooms warp in distorted seconds. The force of gravity triples, causing the walls to bend in. And every thought's hysteric, leaving you far more breathless in an endemic state of systemic torture methods. I break your...
And damn, he said I caused the gravity to... The force is so heavy that it causes it to bend in. And if a force is so heavy on something, it's going to cause it to bend and break and crumble and ripple. And if we didn't have the atmosphere, that's what gravity would do to us.
Rappers till they turn into cripples. Hit them so hard, I leave them with a permanent dribble. When I'm talking, rooms warp in distorted seconds. The force of gravity triples, causing the walls to bend in. And every thought's hysteric, leaving you far more breathless in an endemic state of systemic torture methods. I break your body into...
In an endemic, systemic sense of torture methods. I don't think he's talking about actual torture right there. I think he's talking about... It's got something to do with the education system, with academics, but I don't know where the torture part, what he's talking about when he says torture with the academic. I don't know for sure, so I can't speak on that part.
In distorted seconds, the force of gravity triples, causing the walls to bend in. And every thought's hysteric, leaving you far more breathless in an endemic state of systemic torture methods. I break your body into pieces, it's unspeakable pain. Intercept the nerve messages before reaching the brain. Drive by and I blow a hole in your chest with no weapon.
Wait,
the nerve systemic torture methods. I break your body into pieces, it's unspeakable pain. Intercept the nerve messages before reaching the brain. Drive by and I blow a hole in your chest with...
Oh, he said drive. He said drive by. I thought it sounded like he said Joe Biden. And I was about to be applauding his ass. Shout out to you, Chaos. But I thought that he said Joe Biden.
Endemic state of systemic torture methods. I break your body into pieces, it's unspeakable pain. Intercept the nerve messages before reaching the brain. Drive by and I blow a hole in your chest with no weapon. No weed, but when I speak, it's a smoke session. Start stress and I see red through gun attachments. Turn a whole bunch of faggots to shit like stomach acid. I'm savage, you can find me holding shotties in the club. Cause when I move in mob style, it's bodies in a rug. I catch these keys.
When I move them mob style, it's bodies in a rug, because they used to do that in the mob. Or I don't know if they actually used to do it that way. I know they put that in movies, but you don't really know how people used to do something. And I wasn't around the mob, so I don't know. But I know they put that shit in movies like they did it.
Gun attachments, turn a whole bunch of faggots to shit like stomach acid. I'm savage, you can find me holding shotties in the club. Cause when I move in mob style, it's bodies in a rug. Catch these keys while they sleeping, reach for the throne. Demark the skull, causing the fucking feet to explode. I pack revolvers like hyenas, never in a state of losing. Waving pistols in the air, orchestrating chamber music. The fuck now, lad?
That was fire. Shout out to UK. He definitely from the UK.
Laters.
He killed that. I like this dude. He remind me of well, I wouldn't say, actually, no, he does too. The way his flow was, and the only thing I wish is I wish he would have switched up the flow a little bit. That's the only like negative critique. But I mean this one in a positive way. He reminds me of Immortal Technique by the way that he talks, by the way that he raps, that flow, and then with the beat he chose, that reminds me of Immortal Technique. He's from Australia? Okay. Well, he killed that. He killed that. He kind of reminded me of the UK though. I thought Lad was UK. But this one in particular is the first time I really tried to actually catch every bar I possibly could and actually break it down. I don't know why I just had the energy to like try to do that, but that just to give you some like, what up, George? Just to give you like where my mindset was when I started this channel, French. When I first originally started this channel, it was tracks like this of how I wanted to react. I wanted to like be a breakdown channel. I wanted to try to be one at least. But it went a different direction, which I am not mad about. I love the way the channel has been going now. But this just means I'm starting to get a little bit of reaction ears over here. Yeah, let me know how I did, y'all. Let me effing know, please.